What's up, YouTube? Sell Scott back with another one. And we're about to react to a death battle that's actually a year old. Gogeta versus Vegito. Now predictions on who will win. I'll just go ahead and say Vegito and let's just get to it. I'm probably gonna skip the actually no, I'm not skipping the stats part. I'm watching the whole thing because I'm interested to see what they have to say. I'm just gonna watch the whole thing. If you don't want to see it, click off. You shouldn't have clicked on the video. I might skip around a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, I'd rather not.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
So easy to find nowadays.
Yes! Now, with this ultimate power, I can finally conquer
Have
the
Gogeta
world!
fight Vegito!
What?
Oh, come on! It's the ultimate Dragon Ball question! Which fusion of Goku and Vegeta is stronger? Gogeta, the combo greater than legends, or Vegito, the mix who surpassed gods?
Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet still quite different. Though in canon, they only have a collective total of 3.
It's funny, they're literally the same exact person, but they're not. It's very interesting. Or they're comprised of the same exact things, but they're not the same exact thing.
Brief appearances. To truly determine who would win, let's examine all of their material.
So that's Z, GT, Super, movies, games, guidebooks, toys, Twitter, even all the crazy Xenoverse and hero stuff.
Hold on to your Dragon Balls.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to
I might
analyze their
skip this part,
weapons,
actually.
armor, and
Hold on.
skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Imagine it's 1995 and you're at a movie theater in Japan. Two Saiyans, the proud son of royalty and the lower class champion, becoming one epic powerhouse? This is the true potential of Goku and Vegeta. Easily a top 5 Dragon Ball moment. Hey, nothing beats the first time we saw Super Saiyan, but I think this comes close.
This method of fusion was taught to Goku by the Metamorans, a mysterious alien people who we never actually see.
But I'd guess they like wearing crop tops with inflatable shoulder pads. Anyway, when Goku taught this fabled technique to Goten and Trunks, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
This is the fusion dance. On top of an incredibly precise movement routine, this technique requires both parties to match power levels in order to fuse successfully. A literal personification of the phrase, only as strong as the weakest link.
It's pretty easy to screw up, trust me. But if you nail it, you're the baddest mother effer on the planet.
Though not part of mainline canon, Goku and Vegeta first used this to battle Janemba, a demon
Darn.
basically composed of essence of evil. Probably smells like cats. Gogeta defeated him in less than 2 minutes. 20 years later, Gogeta would become canon to conquer one of the most dangerous entities in the multiverse, Broly.
Obviously, Gogeta's super powerful, but I think his most underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attack names. Like the Big Bang Kamehameha, Stardust Fall, Meteor Explosion, and the ultimate villain killer, Stardust Breaker!
A fancy-looking attack that completely
Funny enough, I did not know Stardust Breaker and Fall were two different things. I thought they were the same thing.
obliterates
Unless Stardust Fall is that thing where he fires a blast and they all. Well, let me just keep going. I did not know they were two different.
Stardust Breaker!
a fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates all traces of evil within a target.
That's how it took out Janemba in one shot. The guy was literally made of evil. Or cats.
Weirdly enough, this is similar to Devilman's Devilmite Beam, which causes the evil within a person to explode and
Oh, you mean Spike? That guy's hilarious. Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus? Sour Man? General Rildo? Oh man, that guy's just one letter up from General Dill.
Over the years, Gogeta has achieved the empowered forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his battle against Omega Shenron.
Super Saiyan 4 is a totally unique branch of transformation. Instead of using Divine Ki like Super Saiyan God, it taps further into Goku and Vegeta's Saiyan
Where was
bloodline,
it?
giving them fuzzy red fur and
When was
Team
there? Hold
Gotham.
on, wait, no, stop. When was there a Super Saiyan 4 KO Ken? That had to be in Super. No, not Super. Dragon Ball Heroes. That's
eyeshadow.
Goku has also claimed this form increases a Saiyan's inherent aggression, though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny, reveling and messing around with his foe any way he can.
Until the fusion runs out. That's right, the fusion dance has a time limit of 30 minutes. This can be reduced even more if Gogeta uses up a lot of energy. Against Omega Shenron in GT, he split apart after about 10 minutes.
Just more evidence that the amount of power Gogeta possesses is enormous. Even repeatedly striking Broly so hard that the boundaries between dimensions shattered like glass wasn't enough to burn through his time. Hell, he was only in Super Saiyan 1 when he did that. After going blue, Broly didn't stand a chance. Based on earlier in the film, Whis' reaction even implies that Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus.
In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gogeta continues to prove he's one of the multiverse's S-tier fighters. He even defeated the Crimson Masked Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku Black and Ultimate God Slayer Hearts the God Hater. You know, those guys.
And two Gogetas together could take on Fu.
Just Fu? After all that, he's just called Fu?
Dark King Fu, the artificial bio-android demon mutant. He has Saiyan, Namekian, Earthling, Majin, and Eternal Dragon DNA.
So pretty much he's a better Cell. Yes, a better anti-hero Cell, basically.
Is this fan fiction?
Hearts the God Whiner claimed Fu could become an entity akin to Zeno, that little blue baby who can erase a multiverse with a thought.
But these Gogetas achieved even stronger forms than before. One was in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4, but not just any Super Saiyan 4. He was Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. I think my tongue is permanently twisted now.
These two forms fighting side by side implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar if not equal in power.
Gogeta's so cool! And there are tons of people who think he'd win this matchup.
In Weekly Jump issue 28 from 1995, the fusion dance was stated to unify Goku and Vegeta's spirits and draw out their power to the max. As long as a fight with Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says Gogeta should win.
And then in the video game Raging Blast, there's a what-if scenario where Gogeta beats Vegito in a sparring session. But he was about to run out of energy, so maybe it could have gone either way.
Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent would push Gogeta to his limit. Two of the greatest warriors in history merged together as one. What more could you want as a fan? And what more could you fear as a foe?
5. A demonic menace has threatened only one, a merged being of unimaginable
he'd ultimately despise. Instead, there wasn't time to teach Vegeta an awkward dance routine he'd ultimately despise. Instead, they used the Patara.
Only the gods themselves could rock bling like this. That's right, the Patara earrings come from the Kais, the gods that supervise the universes.
By placing one earring on each person's opposite ear, the Patara forcibly fuses the two beings together, no power level matching required. In this case, Goku...
Honestly, the Vegito name, I'm pretty sure Akira Toriyama said that was a mistake. I feel like they should have named Vegito Veku. The Veku, the Fail fusion, they should have named him Beggarot, like that stupid shit. That's what they should have done. Because it makes more sense for Vegito to have that name. Or at the very least, it's too late now, but if they would have spelled it right. But even Vegito still wouldn't have made sense. Because where does the T-O come from Kakarot? Just Beggarot makes more sense, but it sounds dumb. So they should have named it just Veku or something. It just, I don't know. Or that's the only thing I could think of. Or no, it just doesn't get better. I said.
And Vegeta fused to become Vegito.
Okay, seriously, Vegito? Couldn't they have a better name?
It's not that bad. And remember, Fusion Reborn started production well before Toriyama penned Vegito's first appearance.
So, Toei called dibs on the better name, huh? But still, shouldn't it be like Vejiku? Not like that's much better either. Why Vegito?
It makes more sense in Japanese. Vegito is formed from the first half of Vegeta and the latter half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually translated it to Vegerot.
Oh, that one sucks too. Okay, bored now. Let's talk about how he blows shit up real good.
Vegito has numerous techniques that are entirely his own, many of which are, fittingly, perfect combinations of Goku and Vegeta's signature moves, such as the final Kamehameha, formed like Vegeta's final flash, but fired like Goku's Kamehameha wave. He's got a Spirit Sword, the Saiyan Shield, and the Banshee Blast. Which, no, it's not the ghost attack you're thinking of.
With Goku and Vegeta's powers combined, Majin Buu was no match. Super Vegeta was so friggin' powerful that even being turned into candy didn't.
Honestly, the Banshee Blast, I think that's called split finger shot. I think that's what this really.
Slow him down. It just made him delicious.
His level of power had transcended to such an impressive degree that he was capable of effectively ignoring having his matter entirely altered and his DNA eradicated. He continued on as the incredible fighting candy.
No mouth, no brains, no organs of any kind, and he still kept slapping around that big pink ass.
Phrasing. Presumably, this is similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control, or how Goku broke through Hit's time skip with Kaioken. A greater power level can overrule basically anything a weaker one does.
He's beating the piss out of it.
To be fair, the Super Candy is a pretty extreme example.
But Vegito's a pretty extreme guy, even for the Dragon Ball multiverse. He later got that godly blue hairspray and beat the crap out of merged Zamasu, a double deity, like a fusion dick measuring contest, but not at all close.
Though similar to his dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself.
Which was kinda weird. Back in the day, they said these Potara fusions were permanent. Turns out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart.
Hold on, why is he that color in the manga? He looks so weird. Actually, everybody looks weird. That shows you I don't read the manga, and the only reason I do read the is because Unreal Gaming makes it so entertaining. But they just these colors look so weird.
For Supreme Kais,
Especially
Vegito's
like I could deal with the other colors.
fusions were permanent.
But Kabito, bro, why do you look like if Shrek turned purple and then went by Curious? He just it's just too weird.
Turns out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart, but can be shortened severely if he goes full tilt. In the manga, Vegito formed after Zamasu fused, and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left, meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most, though in the anime it was way less since he tried to quickly overpower Zamasu with a single attack.
The Potara have their own set of rules. Unlike the fusion dance, this form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fusers themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion.
And if you slap the Potara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused. So if Goku and Vegeta aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball Hero shenanigans, and he's got the full power Red Fur 2. Look, Wiz, I think I'm having deja vu.
Aside from Fu, he's battled heavy-hitting threats to the multiverse like Cumber and Mechikabura.
And just like with Gogeta, there's plenty of people who think Vegeta would win this fight.
Daizenshus 4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the Potara fusion is superior to the fusion dance.
Old Kai said this too, that the Potara provide a greater effect.
Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion. Not having to worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a greater effect if it were true.
But hey, there's nothing that can get in the way of Vegito's awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match. When there's no one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Life can be overwhelming, and many people are burned out.
BetterHelp.
Yeah, this part gotta get skipped. The only better hope I need is seeing how this
Dragon
reaction turned out.
What is this madness?
Whoa, Vegeta! Am I really that much taller than you?
Stuff it, Kakarot! You... Chun... Go!
Damn.
Kakarot? Sure, but how about some variety? My turn!
All right, that scene right there just proved that Super Saiyan 4 is weaker than Super Saiyan Blue, and it's probably weaker than Super Saiyan God. No, I'm just playing. But at the same time, that he went up into blue instead of being blue, and then saying we need some variety, then going up to 4. But yeah, and then again, also a lot of people confuse Super Saiyan 4 with Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. Limit Breaker, that's the form that's stronger than all the God forms. Limit Breaker is basically Super Saiyan God 4, SSG 4, whatever you want to call it. It's basically that. But regular Super Saiyan 4, I have an argument that that's not even stronger than regular Super Saiyan God. If you want to see the video, go in my playlist section, and I have a Dragon Ball discussions playlist. Go in there, scroll down, and you should be able to find a string of videos related to that. Or I might just put it up there and like the little bubble thing, or I might suggest it at the end. But either way, that's my opinion. Oh, you know what? I think that Stardust Fall. I think that Stardust Fall. Oh my God. That,
Gotcha!
Lord.
Guess it's now or never.
So hold on. I Vegito wouldn't see that coming if he, you know, this is a death battle. Never mind. Turn to stone. How? Well, I did predict that he'd win, but I don't understand how he turned to stone.
Oh man, that was epic! Totally worth the wish. Oh, I guess we probably could have solved a lot of world problems with that.
I suppose world domination can wait another year. This fight was incredibly close. No, seriously, how could it not be? They're almost exactly the same person.
With a few minor differences.
Okay, let me read this. More mechanical victories. Gogeta was only canon and like has Vegeta? Great question. More exclusive techniques equal skill. Capella for 4 short duration. Longer duration. No power match required for skill. Unable to power down after fusion. That's something a lot of people forget. And something I quite frankly didn't know. But I do remember Elder Kai saying that he told Goku, do not be in your base form when you fuse or can like cause serious problems or mess something up. I do remember Elder Kai telling that to Goku when he was getting ready to fuse with the Pratora. I remember that at least.
Here and there, like.
But then again, Gogeta, he does have more unique skills. I guess Gogeta is more closer to creating damn near a whole different warrior. The fusions, and Vegito is basically combining their skills and creating new ones. I don't know. I guess Gogeta is more of a unique fusion, while Vegito literally is more of a he's combining their skills. Even though Gogeta could combine skills too, and then at the same time, Vegito did a key sword. You know, never seen Gogeta do that or Goku or Vegeta. So they're the same exact person, but they're two different people. That's really how it is.
Signature attacks. Neither Vegito nor Gogeta had one single power that provided an absolute edge over the other.
Except perhaps Vegito's longer time limit, though it's not so clear cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes. Time isn't the only factor, but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body and Vegito's earrings. It's possible Vegito's power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still, it's twice the time, and that definitely gave Vegito more flexibility and strategy. So more often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegeta or Gogeta defuse from power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels? Well, the Potara don't need that.
Goku doesn't need to match Vegeta's slightly lower power levels, so there's nothing stopping Vegito from combining the full sum of their parts.
Ah, poor Vegeta. You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Oh, who am I kidding?
This might be what Old Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey, could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope! He would have had to be able to overpower Vegito first, like how Goku could only destroy Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember, when comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball, the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does. The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
The only time we've ever seen Potara damaged or specifically targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If any stray ki blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
Lastly, there's some debate over their personalities. In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against Buu, whereas Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus far more successful. However, these are not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron.
Literally.
Context is key. As far as personality and mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end, Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight it was, made a big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I know that pun.
That was way too corny. All right, he ruined the video. That's the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. Don't know when I'm gonna drop this. Might be Tuesday, Wednesday, don't matter. The video, then like the video. Subscribe if you want to, no pressure. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Why did he say that?